Do I look like the mom from Haunting of Hill House? Except no brand deal. Ignore my dog hollering in the background because some wind blew or something. Hi everyone. I really wanted to do a video talking about what I'm looking forward to most in 2019. Wow, Jake Paul jumped out. Hello, Tada? It's not Tada. Speaking of Tada, that could be the first book in this video as far as books that I'm looking forward to in 2019. Not one, two Shatter books. The first book we got to look forward to is, I guess, not a book, it's a novella, but Shadow Me by Tada Mafi and Defy Me by Tada Mafi. The next two books, 1.5 books. In my favorite series of all time, Shatter Me, which is about this girl who has a power. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. My expectations are kind of low. Oh my god, she's a fake Shatter Me stan. Maybe I am. I just want to know what happens. Like at this point, I don't care if it's that good. I'm just like, what now? I think that's all as far as unreleased books. I have a couple of books that I own that I'm looking forward to reading, so I'm gonna go into those now while my dog continues to scream. So this book, I should have done it last year. For obvious reasons, I didn't. Thick Mama, Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This is the final book in the Dark Artifices? I don't know. I'm slam dunking my English degree in the trash. Third book to Lady Midnight. This concludes the story of Julian and Emma and family drama. They live in LA at the Institute fighting demons. There's fairy world political drama. This book is so large. I'm not like so invested in this series that I want a book this big, so let's be for real. I might skim read a lot of this book if I don't care. I also remember nothing about what happened in the previous books. I just want to be able to finish this series because honestly the cliffhanger in Lord of Shadows did intrigue me. I just don't know where we're gonna go, and I also don't remember anything else about this series. So it's gonna be fun. That book is gonna take me half the year to read because of its size. The other book that's gonna take the other half of the year to read is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which is just bigger. It is a fantasy standalone that is just so hard to describe. It follows 4 different characters. There's dragons, there's witches. I don't even know what the plot of this book is centered on, but I've already read the first chapter of this and it's amazing. So this is just gonna become a world of its own and really drag you under. I'm hoping, at least. I cannot wait to get attached to these characters, and I want to read this hopefully this or next month. Another book I'm highly anticipating is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. This is a dystopian fantasy-ish book about these girls that are employed by a king. It's basically like this guy's harem of women that work under him, and there's a different caste system depending on like paper and fire. But while the main character is being held captive there, she falls in love with another girl, so it's a female-female romance under a fantasy umbrella, and there's own voices, Asian representation. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. So the next book that if I could drop everything and read this book in one sitting right now, I would. I really desperately want to read Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is a series, duology, 2 books, about this guy named Laszlo, and he's obsessed with this magical, sort of like Atlantis world where no one really knows if it exists, called Weep. One thing leads to another and he locates it and dives right in, and it's just about him entering a magical world, and there's romance and there's other stuff that's not romance maybe. I'm just thrilled to read this because everyone I know says it is incredible, from the writing to the characters to the romance. In my heart, I know I want to give this book 5 stars and I haven't even read it yet. Well, we tried. This year I'm going to try and finish up and read all of Christina Lorenz books. We've got some cutesy romantic ones down to the outright sinful. So I have a wide array that I want to read from them. So the books that I still have all incomplete from them are Love and Other Words. I really have no idea what this one's about, but it's more slow burn, I've heard. Dating You, Hating You, which is about 2 co-workers who fall in love. It seems like a knockoff of The Hating Game, but I love these 2 authors, so I want to see what take they have on that. And then the rest of these books that I have, excluding I think 1 or 2 more in this series, are all from that Beautiful Bastard series. Wasn't anticipating I would like it or even want to read the rest of them, but here we are. The first one was an office romance. I don't know where the rest of these go. It's spin-off upon spin-off upon spin-off. And those are just books that I know no matter what reading mood I'm in or wherever I'm at in my life, I can just fly through one of them. So it's like my my rock. I'm pretty sure you might have heard me say this exact sentence before, but I really want to read Jane Eyre this year. Another classic I really should read is Jane Eyre. I've had a list of goals to read the oldest books on my TBR in order to get them off my TBR. This, aside from the book I'm currently reading, is the oldest book on my TBR. And again, I know I'm probably gonna love it, but I have to get over the hump of knowing it's a classic and it's gonna be slower burn and I'm gonna have to take my time with the prose. It's gonna be a good exercise in slowing down. And this is definitely one of the next books I want to read because I'm gonna try and read one from my oldest TBR every month. And if I don't like it, just get rid of it because it's been there for too long. So this is one of them, but I know I'm probably not going to DNF it because I anticipate loving it if I can slow down and actually enjoy it. I also have been highly anticipating The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I bought this knowing that it has good reviews, but I keep hearing more and more and more people just confirming that it is so good. Recently, my friend Michaelin told me that I have to pick this up immediately, and I've had it on my TBR for like 3 years now, so we're doing it. This is a World War II set novel. Fancy. The synopsis itself is a novel. Can I just get 2 lines? Thank you, Christina Baker Klein, who wrote it in their blurb. It's set in France in World War II. 2 sisters who live in a small village find themselves estranged when they disagree about the imminent threat of occupation. Okay, so they get separated basically. So it's about family and sisters. I'm tempted to say there's a love story in it, but that might just be like my monkey brain subconscious inserting that because I'm still in romance mindset. I've heard nothing but wondrous things about this and I want to delve into it because I also don't read that much historical fiction and I would love some recommendations if you please, but please don't recommend The Bronze Horseman. This is literally just a books I should have read in 2018 video. Becoming by Michelle Obama. I'm not ready for it. I do have this on hold at my library for an audiobook, so I anticipate as soon as that comes in, just having a moment and relishing it. I feel like this doesn't really need a synopsis. Michelle Obama was the first lady, and this is her memoir slash autobiography. What's the difference? Are they the same? About her in office, getting to be in office, the changes they made, and moving forward from being in office. I'm very stoked to read this. Ugh. That is everything that I want to read in 2019. I mean, I want to read more than that, but these are just a stack of books that I would pick up today if I wasn't already in the middle of something huge. Let me know what your TBR for 2019 is, or if you have read any of these books and you suggest them, or if any of these back here you really like and you want to tell me to read them faster or sooner. I hope you're having a wonderful life, and goodbye everyone. You know, I was anticipating that and somehow I'm still upset.